By 1 p.m., the entire fleet was grounded. Over $2 million worth of seafood and produce just sitting there, rotting in idle trucks across 3 states. By 4 p.m., my phone showed 47 missed calls and 112 text messages. And by 4:05 p.m., the CEO of the company that fired me that morning was begging. Earlier that day, the silence in the office was deafening. I had just spent 18 straight hours in a hospital, watching my 4-year-old daughter fight a 104-degree fever. I was exhausted, terrified, still wearing the same wrinkled shirt from the night before. That's when my boss, Gary, a man who treats people like disposable batteries, handed me a termination notice. "It's about reliability, Dave. If you can't manage your personal life, you can't manage my warehouse. We're letting you go, effective immediately." I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I glanced at the clock. 9:45 a.m. "Understood," I said. "I'll clear my desk and leave my keys with security." Gary smirked. He thought he'd won. What Gary forgot, or maybe was just too arrogant to understand, was that I wasn't just a warehouse manager. I was the only person who held the digital keys to the entire regional distribution network. 3 years earlier, to save money, Gary rejected every single proposal for a backup system. Instead, he approved my custom proprietary sorting algorithm hosted on my personal private server. Legal called it a temporary cost-saving measure. The company didn't own the software. I did. They operated on a manually renewed access license. I renewed it every Friday. That day was Friday. I sat at my desk one last time. My heart was pounding, but my hands were steady. I didn't delete anything. I didn't steal anything. That would have been illegal. Instead, I logged into my private server dashboard and clicked "Do not renew access token." Then, I walked out. By 11:30 a.m., I was home, holding my daughter as her fever finally started to break. I put my phone on silent and passed out beside her. By 1 p.m., the system started to fail. First, shipments slowed. Then, scanners froze. Then, the entire network locked itself behind an encryption prompt no one recognized. When I finally woke up, the storm had arrived. The first messages were from Gary, accusations, then threats, then pure panic. "David, please pick up. We have $2 million in perishables not moving. The system is asking for an encryption key we don't have. Tell us what you want." I waited another hour. Then I called him. "David, Gary says you sabotaged the system." I didn't sabotage anything. I was terminated for a reliability issue. My server agreement was with an employee named David. Since that employee no longer exists, access was automatically revoked. It's a security protocol Gary approved himself. "Didn't he tell you?" Silence. "Fix it. We're losing $100,000 an hour." "I'm currently dealing with a reliability issue involving my daughter's health. But if you'd like to hire my private consulting firm, my rate is $50,000 for reactivation and $150,000 annually for licensing. Non-negotiable." "That's extortion." "No. Extortion is demanding payment for something you don't own. I'm charging for something you never paid for. And I'll need Gary's resignation before I hit enter." 30 minutes later, an email arrived. Gary's forced resignation and a $50,000 wire transfer. I clicked the button. The trucks started moving. That night, I sat on the floor playing with my daughter as she laughed for the first time in days. Gary lost his career because he couldn't value a human life over a schedule. Me? I'm now a consultant, earning triple my old salary, working from home. Moral of the story: never fire the person who knows where the systems and the keys are buried.